Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Florida Gators. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Thanks, guys. The Florida head coach told me before the game. He told me this will be one of the biggest tests all year. Of course, they want to establish their dominance, SEC over the ACC, but he's going to need the crowd noise to do it. Confusion at the line of scrimmage when the offense has the ball. He said, I want our fans amped and ready to impact this game. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Hurricanes will kick off first, and here we go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Florida's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check. Making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Wide receiver going in motion. Just feeds the running back. Snowed under by the defense.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier third down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down and shoot. And I got fourth down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
Opening drive of the game, and they're facing 3rd and 1. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play. Might be calling a hot route. Booster. On 4th down, going to the air. It's a fumble on the play. He recovers the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, in this situation, the only offensive player who can advance the fumble is the guy who dropped it. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Here's a get the ball. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Pocket breaking down. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there. And the Gators have this offense rolling. Running inside. It's Pryor. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Jones to throw. Fakes to grab. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll give it to Ball. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. In these rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Complete to the right. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. The Gators, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. The run inside. It's Pryor. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Back to the ground with the running back. Strong, firm tackle.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Jones wants to throw it. Sets up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Gators will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So Miami's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did. He was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Right, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
Hey, 3rd down and short, you know the quarterback absolutely is going to be a part of the run game. The defense was not fooled, flew up, made the tackle, stick that fist in the air, 4th down coming.
Hunt is on its way. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. So first down here as they go back to work. He wants to change this route. Jones to throw. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After that false start, the whole approach changes now on 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in the ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You've got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fella a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback.
The defense sort of herds this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage, and he'll take the loss. They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Jones wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. He can't make the catch. He was open on the crossing route, and instead they're facing a 4th down. The Gators send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. And they don't pick up anything right there, but at least they avoid getting tackled in their own end zone. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On the ground, it's Pringle. Nice move there. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This offense tries to get rolling from its own 15 on 1st down. Off the play fake. Just a little off. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll run the counter. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. And the Hurricanes will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've sputtered a bit early, not being able to move the football, having to punt it away each of the first 2 times they had it. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The Gators headed quickly to the line.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Jones to throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff for Ball. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. A quick break in the action here as they tend to the injured Hurricane. That is the senior linebacker who's been shaken up. Holly Rowe will give us an update on his condition. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's complete to the right. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They didn't look to push it downfield, and the running back not quite able to get to the sticks.
Yeah, but I don't mind the decision. I like getting it to my guy and trusting him to make a play and get the 1st down. But now puts me in a different situation. 4th down. Do I want to go for it? What do I want to run?
On 4th down, looking to pass. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Quick strike complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route. The QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window. He did that right there.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll give it on the counter. And he could not get loose on the run.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it. But the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop. And now you set up 3rd down. And this offensive line's going to have to play.
There's a crease. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Quarterback may change this route. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Jones wants to throw it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Mensah. He wants it all. Caught on the left sideline. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. That's reeled in. It's Mays. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout. It's 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. I'm not sure he knew he had the face mask there. Tried to let it go in time, but couldn't. It's a penalty on the defense.
Here we go. Ready? Go, go.
Looking downfield on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
Ready, go.
Jones to throw. Right down the middle. Finds the big tight end. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Fires to the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that bull Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Fellas, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We start with Notre Dame taking on the Rice Owls. And it's the Fighting Irish, eyeing a 2nd win after the opening week loss. They're on top here in the first half. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football. Now over to your game inside the Swamp. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about ready to start the second half. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner will be knocked down. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. This crowd still bringing the intensity to open the second half. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Breaks into the open. Smashes ahead. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Running inside. It's Fletcher. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. He'll try to get to the marker himself. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. And the Canes will punt it away on 4th down. He'll try to really get into this one. Let's see what he can do with it. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt. I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Got a man. It's Pryor. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. Here's a give the ball. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Trying to set up the screen. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Gators are rolling down the field. Jones wants to throw it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's going to run it. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up 1 on the play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires quickly. And that's not going to be a 1st down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's 3rd down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up 4th and short. And you've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this 1st down.
From that spot on the field, you're going to go for 4th and inches every time, but, I mean, you could argue that 4th and inches, you ought to go for it almost all of the time.
I 100% agree. We're definitely going for this. And listen, let's play some offense. Let's have high octane. Let's put some points on the board. We're not kicking field goals. We're not punting. We're trying to score touchdowns.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They made a little trouble for themselves with that penalty. Now 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Ready. Freeze. Go, go.
Jones to throw. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. All down at the 31-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work. Looking for a crease. It's Fletcher. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Could be an alley. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Caught in the backfield, it's Vaughn. What a cut, now he's loose. There he goes. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Jones wants to throw it. Under fire. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. They want to throw it. Looking down the middle. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Touchdown, Hurricane! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Jones to throw. Under fire. Going to try to get it himself. Remember, down where you start the slide, and he'll be short of the line to gain. Looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Offense gets set for second down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Hey, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do because this passing attack has not been great.
There he goes. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that third and long.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Corralled and brought down by the defense. Third down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times, but they need the full 10 yards now. Jones wants to throw it. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. Running to the left. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. The run inside. It's Pringle. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground. It snags it, and there's running room. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Wingo. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap. The give as they work on that clock. Nice move to keep running. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. The Canes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pringle. There. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Check. 1852 soldier. 1852 soldier. Ready to go.
Jones to throw. Steps away. He'll pull it down and run. And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. Motion from the wideout. Off play action. Starts to scramble to the left. Pulls it in. It's Singleton. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. First down here for the offense. They'll run out of the gun with Jaden Ball. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Looking to buy time. Gets rid of it. Makes the grab. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. At the 40, there he goes. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Moving out to the right. Got a man. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning. The Gators go back to work after moving the chains through the air. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run the counter, and they swarm him under.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Go!
Looking for room. It's Montgomery. Got enough for the first. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing.